excited to see a different take on that. Let's get into some spoilers. So if you haven't seen Birds of Prey, stop listening right now. If
Fly
you have,
away.
fly away, little bird, fly away.
If you have,
stick
or you
around.
just don't care.
Or if you don't care, if
welcome.
you just wanted to hear our score, yeah, that's fine. If you like spoilers, Michaela, okay.
I don't really have a lot of things to say, spoilery.
Oh, I just wanted to discuss some stuff, really, like get into like the parts of characters that we couldn't talk about without spoiling stuff.
I thought Huntress was my favorite out of the three that were introduced, not
Yeah.
including Harley Quinn.
I mean,
Yeah,
I feel. Does it go that the cop was the least favorite out of the
Yeah,
three?
absolutely.
100%. I think
I didn't hate her character. It's just
also, all the people in her thing being dicks to her, all male. Actually, there was a female,
Yeah.
a bad female, Ali Wong.
yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
she-
Renee Montoya, played by Rosie Perez.
Or if you recognized her before, the evil cop in Pineapple Express.
Jesus. Yeah, she's definitely the least likable character. She's, I think,
I just don't think she has much.
Because
There's not
'cause
much there,
You're sitting
and they-
here like you're a cop.
they
Yeah.
literally make fun of her in the film. Like Harley and Huntress and Black Canary, they literally all just go, does she always talk like an 80s cop film?
yeah,
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, that's her entire character we've seen in everything before. So it's
she's
not
that
that
generic
interesting.
sort of
Yeah.
cop, but yeah.
Literally, at the point where she gets suspended, there's the Harley Quinn voiceover being like, we all know nothing gets done in a cop movie until they get suspended.
Yeah.
Like,
I
they're
feel- I
making
feel-
fun of the fact that it is so generic
Cliche
in that
and
sense, yeah.
I guess that's the sort of thing with it. Like, there's that character that poke fun at the cliches of the
Yeah.
cop sort of part in all these sort of movies.
Yeah. What do we think of the kid?
Oh, we didn't talk about the kid.
Yeah, well, because the kid is kind of a spoiler.
Now, Cassandra Cain, that name rings a bell. Who is it?
Cassandra Cain.
Does she end up being someone in the future?
Yeah, the name is familiar. I'm
looking
not
it
too sure.
up. Batgirl.
She is one of the Batgirls?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
There you go.
Well, yeah, I thought some of her moments were really funny. I liked the fact that she would steal so much shit
Yeah.
and hide it in like, she had a cast on and was like hiding heaps of, there were a
Was
bunch
the
of,
arm actually broken?
I don't know. It
I
would have been
feel like it's pretty
hilarious.
clever if
Also
it's
said
not.
"fuck you" on that arm.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, it was
listen.
great. But like it was so subtle that like half the time, like there was a point when when Renee comes back into the police station and she's sitting, Cassandra's sitting there at the desk, getting interviewed and stuff. And there was just a shot randomly where you can see she's still hiding a bunch of shit in her cast, and I was like, "That's a nice little
Yeah,
touch."
because as she's emptying her pockets, she's shoving stuff in her car
Yeah.
so they won't take it from
I
her.
love it. It's very
I
clever.
thought the non-linear part helped, especially in the part where Harley breaks into the police station and she's after Cassandra Cain, and
Yeah.
you're like, "Why are you after?" And then when that wraps up, you're interested to
Oh,
find
yeah,
out
because
why.
the last thing you see is her trying to parlay with
Yeah.
all the henchmen. You don't know whose they are or anything.
I thought they were
literally-
cops first.
the
Oh, I thought they were henchmen. I just didn't think they were going to be Ewan McGregor's.
I think the one thing time jump wise, when it happened, I thought it was really jarring. But then once the scene had played out, I was actually perfectly fine with it. Was when we do see the massive action sequence of Harley breaking into the police station
Yeah.
and everything.
That was
So cool.
With the colours and all that.
all the
worked well.
the little canisters that she shot
Like
through
the
with a shotgun
beanbag,
thing.
just the first one, beanbag straight into the dude's face with the glasses, snaps the
Oh.
glasses. It was cool.
It's excellent. And then when it jumped from that, and it was like, hold on, I'm telling this all wrong. I got to jump back a couple days. Initially, when it jumped straight from the action to a time jump back, I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, I need to hold up. And then when it actually played out, I was like, okay, no, I'm actually alright with this.
I mean, it didn't get me that much.
Yeah,
None of the time jumps
especially because
threw
they
me off
explained
so
them.
much. Because they like freeze, and then she said, "Whoa, whoa!" It's not
Yeah.
like you know, just
Yeah,
went to black
I
and
agree
then
with that. I
jumped.
don't
Yeah.
think that one jarred me as much as maybe it
Yeah.
did
Yeah.
for you.
'Cause
I think it was mainly just the sense of we were in this incredible action sequence, and then
You were enthralled in it, and then
yeah,
it just
I
all of a
was
sudden it
so
stopped,
pulled
yeah.
in, and then it was over in an instant, and I was like, oh, okay. And then I was
What I
fine
like
with,
with a lot of the like scenes is, I mean, mostly it's the girls.
yeah.
They don't really utilize guns so much. It's a lot of like hand to hand sort of combat.
Especially at the end, was all hand to hand.
Yeah,
Yep.
And I really do like all the acrobatic shit they're doing.
Oh.
It's real cool.
Yeah, it was so cool.
Good fight
seeing them jump around.
choreography.
Oh yeah, choreography.
It's better than
was
seeing
excellent.
someone crouching behind, I don't know, a car or something, shooting over the top,
Yeah.
and then trying to do some hero move shit.
Yeah, super boring.
I liked Huntress and getting offended every time someone called it a bow and arrow.
Huntress's attitude.
She was my favorite.
Like the fact that they called her out on it as well. Like there's one
She's
point
like
where
full,
Black
like-
Canary
she's
is
like
like,
full, like-
"Oh, this girl got rage issues."
And what do
go,
they
like,
call her? The bow and arrow killer?
They-
crossbow killer.
Crossbow killer.
She doesn't
yeah.
like that. She's
Oh,
like, no,
man.
it's Huntress.
At some point, someone's like, well, that's definition of childhood trauma, or something. Like, it's
Yeah.
just thrown
That
there.
was Harley, yeah.
It was
Yeah.
Harley just throwing it there, and I giggled at that one a lot.
Yeah.
I loved
that was
the
after
little
we get
moments
her,
where Harley flexes her PhD.
Those were some of the best character moments of Harley Quinn I've ever seen. Like, because that's like she does literally say that's what sets her apart from everyone else. Is like, if you want to be Harley Quinn, you can't just be a criminal and act a bit crazy. It's like, no, straight up, like she is so smart. Like, and when she does utilize her smarts, like, and everything she knows, it's incredible to see. And it's such a deep character. And then she snaps straight back to being like,
Batshit
I want
crazy.
tacos.
Yeah.
Like,
I did love the. It got me so hungry watching him cook up that sandwich right at the start. I was looking at it, I'm like, oh boy, I want that.
Yeah. Oh man.
And I was just hoping like I knew exactly what was gonna.
Oh, yeah.
Something's gonna happen to that sandwich, like
Yeah.
in that whole thing.
The fact that
But,
she
like,
loved it so much.
In that moment, I was just like, please just let her eat it. Just like give her the satisfaction before you take it
God.
away.
Yeah.
I like how she still holds that against her the whole time.
Yeah. I did love the introduction of each character who was chasing after her, like coming
Yeah.
up with a title card and stuff.
Oh yeah, it's
I
like
like
name,
the-
grievance.
So
Yeah.
I want to, when it comes out and we can watch it, I want to like
Oh, because
the Ewan
McGregor
McGregor
one
one.
just
Yeah,
kept
it
piling
wa-
up.
and they were so funny before.
Have a
like,
vagina was one of them.
oh my god, have a vagina! Freaking calls him all this stuff and
Calls him Romy.
Romy.
Yeah.
yeah,
Romy.
and he hates it. Oh
Oh,
my god,
What was his last name?
Sionis.
There was something. They were saying something like said his name like something else.
Yeah. I tell you what, and one of the random mercenaries chasing after her, the the woman in the car, when it came up and she scribbled the eyebrow on her and it was Frida. Oh, I freaking lost it. It was the funniest shit. Oh, I
I
was
just
so
got
not
like
expecting it.
like getting into the violence and stuff because it's pretty
yeah.
violent.
Oh, yeah.
One of the first things we see is her jump on some dude's kneecaps.
Yeah, and like he's
Like,
like,
I was not expecting that.
yeah, no, there are so many legs broken in this film, and I love it.
Like I was kind of like. I don't know, you could see it coming, like the way he spoke to her. I
Yeah.
was thinking, just like a big roundhouse kick to the head.
When
or
she
something.
jumped up, I was expecting him to land on his crotch.
Yeah.
And then when she landed on his knees and his knees went the other way, I died. Yeah, and obviously, massive spoiler. If you don't want the ending of the film spoiled for you, that grenade exploding
Yeah.
and blowing him
I
apart
mean, to be
and
fair,
seeing like intestines
I did
and
forget.
stuff.
I did forget she picked up the grenades.
Oh,
Oh,
I knew she had that grenade on her.
Yeah, and I did like how they revealed it. It was just like, oh, I stole that ring, and she holds it up, and everyone just freaks out. It's great.
Yeah. I'm sad to see that he died though.
I know.
'cause I thought he could have been utilized more in like sequels
Oh,
or
dude,
like.
visually seeing him in the suit and the mask
cool.
finally.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because you only see him once when they introduce him.
yeah.
Or say his like back. Yeah.
But
backstory or
man,
something.
oh, I loved it. It was so cool, and I did really love. We've given Huntress some love. We think she's excellent in this.
Black Canary.
Black Canary is excellent in this
She's
film.
good.
Mm.
Although like it like for a whole film where there wasn't any superpowers at all, when she finally they reveal that she does have the
Yeah.
siren, I guess we can call
Yeah.
it. Or the, at the end, it's just like, oh shit, yep, superhero movie.
Yeah, and the second it happens, it really it brings you back, and you
Yeah.
go, "Oh yeah, we're in a fantastical superhero world."
Downside of that one part when like Harley Quinn goes on her roller skates like, through that.
That was fun.
I looked at that, but like that one little bit after that, as she's trying to get to the car before Huntress
Yeah.
comes up, it just looked a little weird. Like her trying to roll skate. It just
It looked very green screen.
yeah. It looked a little bit off, and like that was only one of the
yeah. Visual
one only
things
part.
that
I was
picked
like,
up. the overall like crazy action of like her roller skating and then like riding on Huntress's motorbike to catch up to the car and then skitching on the car and oh, I loved that. It was so ridiculous. It was great.
Back to that, I do like the whole little moments. Like, when did she have time for a shoe change? When she does put them on,
That
you
was
see it
funny.
on her
That
shoulder.
was a
That
good
was
joke.
such a funny line. Oh my god.
That whole scene in that house.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was a good action scene. I thought the best action scene was in the evidence room.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that
The one.
was-
That's the
With
one.
the
Yeah.
cocaine.
yeah.
and
The one I alluded to in the.
yeah, with
in
using
the
all the
Bloodsport.
different
and her with a
Using bombs and
baseball
everything.
bat.
Yeah.
Oh, the friggin' when she ditches it
Oh,
on the
bounces
ground
it off
and
the
then
ground,
catches
hits
it
the
again.
dude and comes back
So
up.
cool. And I love that sort of stuff because it's like we've seen her use a baseball bat in Suicide Squad. So her getting a baseball bat again is like, oh, that's great. And then when they're back at their old
And you see
hangout
her-
at the
the other
booby
bat.
trap and she's
See the
got
mallet.
the
The daddy's
mallet.
little girl too.
Oh, I loved it. And yeah, she's like, no, you don't wear that.
Yeah.
And then she pulls out the old Harley Quinn corset and it's bulletproof and saves her. Oh man. So many little nods to that old
Yeah,
stuff.
I thought it was weird. I thought one thing that kind of took me out of it was that they referenced the Joker so much in so many forms.
Yep.
And they never showed him. I thought that was weird.
Yeah. We
'Cause-
literally only see him animated or hand drawn.
Yeah, and I thought, yeah, because there was so many, and there was so many flashbacks
we
to
get-
Suicide
yeah.
Squad. That scene in Ace Chemicals when she jumps up, and they try so hard not to show Jared Leto
And
at all.
it really confused me because I was like, well, if you're trying to shy away from that, why would you show that sequence? Jump back to the animated style.
I don't think it was his fault that his Joker was
Oh,
bad.
no.
I don't blame him at all.
I
just thought
freaking
that-
like it as a Joker. It's such a weird take on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I enjoy it.
I just think that the material he got and the amount they used him in the film. Yes, obviously behind the scenes it was a bit of weird. Him
Oh, yeah.
nailing
Yeah.
condoms and rats to people, but
Yeah.
overall I thought like, yeah, his Joker was fine, and I would have actually liked to see him do it again with better material.
Yeah, bring it back.
I do.
Be like,
I do
okay.
like the whole idea of the second she, like, as no one knew the breakup. The second she announced it,
Yeah.
her immunity was gone.
I did love
It was,
that.
it was like John Wick.
Yeah. Oh, honestly, it was because all of a sudden it was like it was that sequence where she suddenly gets chased by Renee, and then there's like four
Everyone's
other people.
coming after
There's
her.
the random woman who chucks the aircon unit down at the ground.
The roller derby girl.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love it. It's so good.
Well, 25 minutes. I feel like we've
Yeah, I
spoken
think
a
that
lot about
sums it
Birds
up a
of
bit.
Prey and the fantabulous emancipation of one Harley Quinn.
Nailed it.
There we go.
I always don't know if it's Anther. It is Anther.
Yeah. Yeah, and obviously the end as well, seeing that she's taken Cassandra Cain and she's like
Under her wing.
under her wing apprentice. I'm so glad the hyena didn't die. When it looked
Yeah.
like the hyena died, I was heartbroken.
I'm glad it wasn't in it so much too.
yeah,
yeah, it was
exactly.
very
Because that was a weird part of the
small.
trailer. Like when we spoke about it, that kind of
It
part
seemed
fell
it
flat.
seemed like it
That
was
was
going
my
to be
least favorite part of the trailer.
it seemed like it was going to be a really bad joke, but then the sequences where they were just in an apartment, I actually quite
I
liked.
did really like that when they're just chilling out together for
Yeah.
that little bit,
Yeah, I really like that.
and the whole the grocery scene.
grocery scene was good.
Overall,
Enjoyed
enjoyed the film.
it.
Had fun with it.
Good fun.
Fun action.
If you're a comic fan, you'll go into it and you'll probably enjoy it because it's crazy comic action.
some weak pacing in some
Yeah.
points, maybe the story.
If you just want to go and see some badass women like beat the shit out of some people and be awesome,
But yeah,
you'll love it.
I liked it, and I recommend people who like superhero films and enjoyed her character from the first film, check it out.
Even if you just like an action film,
Yeah,
something,
if you
an
just-
action film that's not too serious.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to be in a comedy as well.
Yeah.
That was Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn. Thank you all so much for joining us. Make sure to subscribe and follow us on Spotify and all that stuff to catch our reviews in the future, catch our weekly podcast of all the movie news and reviews and stuff we do,
And clues.
and movie clues.
Yep.
Ooh. Are they like previews, but
Fuck,
sneaky?
I don't know. I just thought
We should have a
It
segment.
just kind of flowed into
We
it.
should have a segment for movie clues.
movie clues. We're gonna. Is that like a thing where like I give you clues for movies and you guys gotta guess?
It becomes a game show.
Yeah.
We could think
our
about it.
show's, our show's long enough.
Yeah, it is a very long show. Thank you all so much for joining us, and as always,
I'm Alex.
I'm Michael.
and I'm Braden.